Hello everybody, welcome to Monaco, welcome to the qualifying lap. Here continuing Michael Schumacher's custom career in the Coloni, round 4 of 1991 in Monaco, and this is a race that I have not been looking forward to because with how oversteery this car is, it's bound to end up in the wall, and I'm really not believing that I'm going to finish this race. The other thing that's frustrated me is that the game menu said that the track surface was wet, so I've bolted on wet tyres because I certainly can't afford to be risking dries in this car, but I've gone out and when you look at the track it really isn't that wet at all. Slicks would have been fine in these conditions, especially as it is due to dry and not rain again throughout the session. What this means is I'm going to have an extra slow lap time and I'm not particularly happy about that, but I'm going to give it my all anyway. But you know, I don't want to be missing out. Realistically, it's hard enough to qualify out of last place yet. I haven't done it yet this season, so I don't want to be missing out on any days when perhaps I could, and you never know if you can or not when you are throwing away opportunities, and that's what's happened today. I've been sent out on wets and it's definitely enough for dries, and actually I've not got a lot of grip on these wet tyres, as you can see, and it's really not a good state of affairs, but I'll make the most of it and hope that somehow I get up the grid. But like I say as well, with me doing one-shot qualifying and everybody else having the 12 laps incorporating 4 flying laps, and as it gets dry throughout the hour, it's very unlikely that I'll be up high, but I'll try. And we cross the line, and yeah, that's not actually far off of the pace that Damon Hill set there in the Jordan, so I'll have to see what happens. Well, there we go, I am last, and it is by 5 seconds, but of course my time was set on wet tyres on a damp track. Here is the grid, so Senna's had a bad quali again. It's Prost who's taken pole. Maybe an opportunity for a first win for Prost and McLaren this season, just to open up the World Championship a little bit. We're getting ready on the grid, and again a sluggish getaway, but yeah, it's Monaco. Yellow flags save me from too many blushes there, and and look, the yellow flags, I'm going to go past them. They're all blocked off. My path isn't blocked. I'd block the whole track if I don't go past them, so I've got to go for it. And again, and the yellow flags are in and out, in and out. I'm just trying to do what I can, and look, they're all blocked by the car breaking down at the first place, so I'm going to say that I'll probably get away with going for that there. So I'm going to go through and hope I don't get a stop go. I haven't yet, so that's promising, and away we go, up, coming down the hill and then into Casino Square for the first time, and already up in the 22nd place. So Albert, a horrible spin, and to be honest, I decided to run on hard tyres because the Coloni has been struggling on softs from about halfway through the other races, so I thought I'd run on hards, but the first lap is a nightmare. I've got no grip and I'm really trying hard to do what I can, but I've got to hope that the race comes back to me because Moreno's gone straight through after that mistake, and I don't just want to sit here and watch the Jordan of the experienced Brazilian get away from me. I want to catch him up. I want to be fighting to pass Roberto Moreno and see how far up the field I can get. But even in the Coloni, I am massively motivated to try to do as well as possible, and I know that it's not going to be a groundbreaking result today, but 22nd, and who knows, with all the yellow flags, it could go up higher. Here's a rerun of the start. So Prost on pole, then Mansell, Patrese, Berger and Senna. That's the top 5, and Prost he's pretty much bumped away by Patrese because he was really slow away, and that's allowed Mansell to get the lead, and Senna takes a big risk to pass Berger for 4th place, which he manages to do. So Ayrton Senna then up into 4th place, but he's won the last 2 Monaco Grand Prix. I don't know if he's going to win this one. Nigel Mansell looking very good, and he hasn't won in Monaco before. Prost has, but can Prost keep pace with that Ferrari? Because Mansell looks like he has the full intention of just running away with this race. And back to me and the Coloni, still in 22nd, still trying to catch up to Roberto Moreno, but I think there's something developing in front that we've brought back up to the pack, and they're all just struggling a bit here. I don't think there's any obvious thing unless someone's got a gear issue or something. I'm going to try and get on the inside of Moreno, and why not take Philippe Alliot as well while I'm at it. Had to take a risk. You got to take risks if you want to do something in a Coloni, and Yeah, I'm in the 20th. Ria in the Minardi, the next target. And I still remember that pass he put on me in Rio, and that hurt. I had nothing that day, so it would give me the utmost pleasure to put a move on Olivier Griard here and a move up into 19th. Let's see what I can do. A bit far behind to do anything at the moment, but they're all being really held up by, is that Ligier struggling there? Late possibly. I know Martini qualified quite high up, and I think Martini is still running quite well. Oh, I've tried to spin, trying to avoid the other car that was going round, and I've had a little bit of a spin. That has not pleased me. I've lost the position to Alio again, so back down into 21st. But with these cars all running tight together, there may well be a chance to snatch something, but it is Monaco, it's tight. I've got to pick my moments, going to try to go around the outside of Philippe Alliot. I don't know if Michael Schumacher would do this around the outside of Raskas. He's probably got more sense, but you know, I haven't, so I'm going to go for it. But still at the moment in 20th, but a few cars are pitted, and that puts me up to 19th. And still trying to move Alliot. That could have been a Verstappen Monaco 2015 style incident if I'd have kept the boot in that one. I had to back off at some point, but now I've got, oh, I don't believe it, Alliot. If I'd have stayed ahead of him, that wouldn't have happened, but I think Alliot was breaking down and pulled across the road, and I had nowhere to go, and I've lost my front wing, and I'm just trying to get my bearings. Verstappen is there right behind me, and yeah, I'm going to try to carry on. I'm on the last lap, but the fact that it's Monaco is a real pain in the backside, because it's going to make it that much harder. Although, to be fair, the car isn't running too badly at the moment, and I'm starting to feel my way around driving a Coloni without a front wing, and because everybody else is still in a pack, I am catching them, so there might still be a chance for something more. Griard is still there, he's 1.5 ahead, and there's been a problem all weekend, even with the front wing, is that the Coloni in the tunnel, it just can't keep it straight, and there goes that's Stefano Modena's Larusov. So I'm past Modena, I'm up to 17th, and I am getting a bit of pull to the right hand side due to the damage sustained earlier on, but like I was saying, I can't go flat out in the tunnel in the Coloni, because it'll understeer off and hit the wall, so I've always got to back off a little bit at that point of the tunnel where it twists, which is not an ideal situation for me. But check this out, I'm in 18th place, I'm closing on Olivier Griard. Unfortunately, I'm going to run out of laps here, the race is going to end, and I'm going to be, well, I think a few more cars are pitted to maybe retire. That moves me up, I'm going to finish in 15th position in Monaco without a front wing. Well, you've got to take that, haven't you? Nigel Mansell, look at the gap. Nigel Mansell, we thought he was determined to just pull off and dominate, and he's done exactly that. A first Monaco win for Nigel Mansell, another Monaco win for Ferrari. Mansell, Patrese, Berger, Palmer, Pirro and Martini all picking up their first points of the season, those three. And look, where are Prost and Senna? What has happened to them? I think we're going to find out. We're going to find out now. So Mansell there all the way. You see what a lead he had. This is the last lap. And Prost coming down into the chicane, and everything's going smoothly. And then, whoa, he gets absolutely taken out. That was, well, it's another Prost and Senna incident. But I don't think they can help that. I think Senna had a failure on the Williams, because Senna certainly would not do that to his own race. I mean, and there was a big risk of taking his teammate out as well. I mean, it could have been frustration, but I think that was a clear brake failure, and Senna off then. And now, just going to have another look at me running into Philippe Alliot. Yeah, he pulls off. Stupid of him really to pull that way, but that's what happens. Thank you very much for watching. Please give a like and subscribe. Subscribing is free and really helps the channel out. Take care.